Is it here?
Yes.
Well, Chris, is it okay to record and take photos?
Can I charge my phone?
Oh, sure, yeah.
We all need to introduce.
Yeah, you can charge him. Hey, Tony. Hey, Kristen.
Hi.
Guys.
Hey. Let's start off and give us a rundown of your character and who you guys are.
Yeah.
My name's Kristen Schaal. I'm on a TV
Representing
show.
Tallahassee, Florida.
I'm on a TV show called The Mysterious Benedict Society, streaming on Disney Plus on October 26th. It kicks off season 2. My character's called Number Two, and she's very smart and capable. She's quirky and fun. Good with wood.
Really good work. So the last season finished.
You didn't say anything.
My name is Tony Hale, and I play Benedict and Curtin, and I'm representing.
Hey, by the way, Tony, no longer a password. That's done.
Exactly. But the last season ended where we thought we handled what was the crisis, the emergency, and we kind of took care of the bad brother, or kind of the misunderstood brother. And then we come back and Curtin has reinvented himself as like a self-help guru, like selling happiness. So we're a little blindsided. And then we got kidnapped.
Going on a tangent, I refilled my Smart Bottle water with New York tap water.
Oh, God.
The best water in the world. What excuse me, you don't like New York tap water?
I'm from Maryland. I can't drink.
Is it even better in Maryland?
No.
New York tap water.
You just get used to
It's
whatever
the best.
water.
Yeah, they blind tested it before, and they were like, oh,
Yeah.
Really?
I just wish you guys would drink the tap water you get for free more. That's all.
Guys, you're welcome for the advertisement.
Question in there.
I guess.
So you had written something about the relationship between intellect, creativity, and empathy. And I want to what I want to understand is it seemed like some of the characters represent maybe one of those ideas, but how do those ideas work together? That's where I'm going, if I can ask.
No, I think that's a great question. So that's kind of what's great about, because what I was saying in that is a lot of these shows, people have superpowers, and it's like, amazing. But the great thing about this is the kid's superpower is their intellect, their empathy, and their creativity. But what I mostly love is what they bring to the table. So it's like, but to your point of like your question of like a character representing, I'm trying to think each character, probably like Kate with the bucket would represent what's the word I'm looking like? Inventiveness, ingenuity.
It feels like this show is made about and for autistic children.
Oh.
That's from my perception.
Oh, interesting.
I think most of the time I might still be part autistic child, but
Sure.
I'm here today. But there's something in there that I can see that it's the kindness of it, it's the realness, and I think that's just like it could tie into those worlds, and it seems to be about that. And I'm just noticing there's something in art that just attracts to that world.
Well, I do love that those of that in that community or somebody that are drawn to the show. I will say, like, there's a lot of one huge component I love is these riddles that they always get.
Okay.
Riddles that I could never unlock, and these kids just like brilliantly unlock them.
Yeah.
So you play double duty over the show.
Yeah.
And what's nice is you don't play a a lot of actors who play double duty you're not playing a very Jekyll and Hyde thing, and I appreciate that.
Thanks.
When you're playing Benedict and you're playing Curtin, how much of yourself are in either characters?
I'm a disaster. This all comes from a lot of pain and trauma. I think that's the key, and Kristen can attest to this for her own
I'm
thing.
only talking about New York tap water.
Great. But it's the sense of like, if it doesn't come from an honest place, I think it does become that cardboard cutout characters. So I think just like with Kurt, for instance, he's very kind of sarcastic and a little cutting, and I've been that way in my life. Kristen knows
Oh,
that.
the clouds are out all the time.
But Benedict is very empathetic, and then you find those moments in yourself, which Kristen has never seen my empathy.
Don't
No, but it's like you have to bring it out of yourself, I think, to give an honest performance.
Chris and Tony, I have a question for both of you. I hate the phrase like busiest people in Hollywood, but this week I just saw Hocus Pocus 2 and I finished, what we do in the shadows. And this isn't the first year. I mean, you guys have been in multiple shows and had multiple seasons and multiple projects. How have you had a chance to balance that? Also, with the pandemic and shooting this through the pandemic, how are you able to stay sane and be here today?
I think for me the key is I stay hydrated, and being a character actress is the best thing in the world. Don't tell anyone who's trying to be me. I get to do like bits here and there, and I get to do more because I'm not in the projects. Like Shadows, there's like you get a taste of the guide, but so that's part of it. And I feel really important. I'm saying this is the most I've ever worked in my life, and partly because the pandemic, like things got mixed around and shut down, and I got to work more than ever. I feel like there's only going down from here, which is why I'll probably be bottling New York tap water and selling it as my own.
I felt like in watching this, there's certain shows I've seen recently that feel like the Muppets. I don't know if you watch Jinx at all. There's something about that feels like the Muppets. Something about your show that feels like it's just the kindness. It's that like.
You're not talking about the serial killer Jinx, that documentary?
No.
Oh, okay. There's something else called Jinx.
I think he was a Muppet too. No.
There's a Jim Henson. There's an influence
Jim
in
Henson.
There's a
Henson.
Muppet influence in there.
Yes.
In terms of just. Like when they designed Sesame Street, Big Bird was like the young one. It seems like each character has a one idea. What would you say your character's ideas would be if it's one word?
And also, you're wearing yellow. You could have been.
The color palette is really good at distinguishing the characters and the tone of the show. Wait, one word for my character? What?
Well, I'm trying. It seems like this is kind of based on archetypes. Like one character said that your word was like empathy. What is your word? What is one word or one idea? Empathy, kindness, even if the feeling.
Well, I would say capable.
Capable. Oh, thank you.
But to your point, to your question, what I love is there's a strength in the simplicity of something like the Muppet Show. But it's like, I agree that the show is both complex, but there's a real simple, powerful message. First season was about kind of rising above the noise, the truth, and this is very much about the difference between fake happiness and authentic.
And they're
happiness.
both designed for really smart kids.
Yeah.
And they're giving life to the smart kids and making them feel like they belong in the world.
Yes.
It's not always the case in certain kind of media.
I hear that.
So
I
feel
love
like
that you said that.
And I just love reading why you took the project for that reason.
Yeah.
And that they were like that. If we have superheroes right now, we need them. And I mean, I'm a special ed teacher in my other job.
Oh yeah.
I feel like those are the kids, the ones that don't fit in or the ones that fit in.
But everybody can have that power. Everybody can have that power.
Exactly.
It's not just the superpower.
And I love showing this as to kids I deal with. Like this is your power. It's not something beautiful. It's at least a realistic power.
That's really beautiful.
It's at least reality based. A power they could actually achieve.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't know if any of them are going to fly anytime soon.
Yes. This is going to be terrible.
Oh yeah.
That's why I think Top Gun
When you
is
have a
such
kids show, it's very easy for the adults to get sidetracked.
Yes.
This is not the case here.
Yes.
Obviously, you're a producer, so you're not in advance. But did you expect it to work less than you actually do? Because the kids will deal with most of the action.
Yeah, it was definitely a challenge. Wait, did I expect to work less?
This is going to be a breeze.
I think coming into it, knowing that it's two characters, I knew it was going to be quite low. But it's like switching back and forth between those characters in a day is tricky. But that's why I give such kudos to hair, makeup, wardrobe.
Like everything is about
they
the joke in
work
that
their
show, which is why
butts
it's so
off,
hard.
and they're at the top of their game. And it's hard not to get into the character when they give that to you.
How long does it take to become Benedict? I imagine Benedict is the one that takes the longest.
Yeah, it's about. I think it probably takes about an hour to an hour and a half to switch over. So they'll always shoot something in between, and then I'll switch over. But what's wild is like when I'm learning scenes because usually when you learn a scene, you learn your cue, and then you go. I'm like learning the whole page and knowing that I'm going to have to go back and forth. So that's a little wild, but fun.
And when you have scenes with yourself, you obviously have a stunt double.
Yeah.
How does that? You have to work together basically to.
Together, and like, but nowadays, but the interesting thing about this show is they don't have what's called a dirty over the shoulder. It's mainly right on the face. And so many times I can just have like a tennis ball or something that I'm talking to, and then someone else would be saying the lines. Because if they did it over the shoulder, they would have to have like a double.
Yeah.
But this one guy there would always feed me the lines. He was great. But then I'd have like a piece of tape.
Number two is extremely focused, sometimes to the point of being curt. The nicest way I can put it.
Yeah.
I mean, how is it you get to stay in character as much as you can with this overly talented cast? I mean,
Overly talented.
Yeah, like maybe too much to the point of not talented. Like you know what I mean?
The other extreme of not.
It's like-
I've done a
Got the
180.
role talented.
I got it. Yeah.
Well, I feel like Tony and I, one of the reasons why we get along so well is like when the scene says cut, we're done. Like we're not like methoding it out.
No.
We're just playful.
If anything, we're making fun of each other.
Yeah, but yeah, it's the writing too of number two is the only reason I can play her and get to play her like that because her her vocabulary is so elevated, which is why I can't really like, would you improvise? I'm like, how? Like with those words, like I'm learning them when I get the script. So yeah, I'm dumb. It's okay. It's okay.
That's why I need more time.
It doesn't matter. I'm doing great.
And, all the kids on the show are gifted with a power or something like that. If you guys could have chosen what ability you have off script, what would you say your ability would have been?
Oh, great.
Ooh, it's a good one.
It is a good
one
one.
to end on.
Within the show, or like a super? You're talking about like
Just bringing
You
something into the show, like
Us personally, yeah. What's an ability you wish you personally had?
a superpower or like an ability?
the same thing, right? Like,
Oh, okay. I would say I would take some of that vocabulary intellect. I'd like to have
Yeah,
that.
higher
you should be a little smarter. But I do. I guess not. Yeah. I guess if you're smarter, you could be a problem solver. I would.
Oh yeah.
I also wish I could. I'd like to solve the world's problems.
I'd like to eat whatever I want.
Why
not
can't
gain
we
weight.
solve the
no
world's
weight
problems?
gain.
I'd like craft service and just go crazy, but not gain
There
power.
is a way to do that, but it's very complicated.
She'll tell you after.
My Jewish mother has been on Weight Watchers since 1978.
Oh.
If anyone knows this,
That's how old I
I can
am.
find the answer.
All right,
Mom,
thanks, guys.
we get a quick photo, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheers.
See his family photo.
Hey, if you don't mind, cheers. Cheers. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Tony. Thanks, Kristen.